Hi, greetings and welcome fellow YouTubers out there. Oh, and ghosts in the background, so I see. Hi. Hi, yes, it's been a little bit of an active week, active 2 weeks. For the past 2 weeks, I have been developing and working on my 3D graphics and on trying to create a top 10 for you guys. Now, last Thursday, or say yesterday, I have finally managed to get the combined fruits and labours of 2 whole weeks worth of work finished and sorted. And yay, I am finally managed to get some rest. I mean, because I was working on that top 10 for pretty much, as I said, every second that I can for 2 whole weeks, getting the computer graphics done, the animations done, and then putting it all together. But I mean, we had a little bit of there was a little bit of a flop in there that I do apologise about, and I didn't realise until the very last moment. That was the screen resolution. Now, when I was creating my materials or the animations in 3ds Max, I put those animations out as 1920 by 108 by 1080, 1920 by 1080, which was a good high definition resolution. And yeah, so they rendered. It took me, as I said, a good week and a bit to get those rendered and put out. And when I was putting them in Premiere, the resolution, well, it seemed a little bit off. And when I finally came to output the final render on Wednesday night or Tuesday night, I think it was, I couldn't output the render of the entire thing to 1920 by 1080. It just wouldn't work. I just couldn't get it up above 700 and something by whatever it was. And when I was looking through the videos, I saw that all the things that I outputted from 3D Max didn't output in 1920 by 1080. They outputted by this 700 resolution. And I was thinking, why? Why did that happen? And all of them were in this lower resolution. I just could not upscale it. And the only way to do that will be to re-render all of the materials and basically start over, which would have been another 2 weeks. And I thought, oh, no, nuts to that, sod that. So I do apologise if the resolution of the top 10 is a little bit of a lower resolution, but I'm going to chalk that up to experience, and hopefully next time I'll be able to get proper high definition resolution out there rather than the lower scale resolution. Now, speaking of this top 10 was another episode or another chapter in my Stickmen in Space, or the Space Stickmen, which I would like to really try and push forward for this channel. I mean, ideally, what I would like to try and do is get rid of this, what I'm doing right now, talking to you through Werewolves Within, and try and use the use the Space Stickmen as a sort of like weekly episode. It goes through each week another new episode, another new chapter, but at the same time doing PlayStation reviews, news, and so on. But I think in majority I'm going to try and in the majority, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some 3ds Max template files, which I can use as a baseline for a particular show, and that baseline I can use for pretty much most of the shows, saying that this will be like the news, then bring up the pictures of the place of the news that I'm doing about, reviews of certain games, user comments, and so on and so forth. So I am going to really try and I really am going to push that forward, and over the course of a week I'm going to be working towards making that to be pushed out on Friday as your new weekly update. So hopefully This update that you see now is going to be the last of the Werewolves Within type style update, and moving on forward from next weekend we're going to have the Space Stickmen type of forum update. Also, whilst I'm doing it like this will be a great chance to get the news and reviews and updates a little bit more structured, rather than me just ramble on for about 10 or 15 minutes about whatever pops into my head. Like this, for instance. Okay, now, let's see if I can remember this right. Down in the stores, we have seen some new stuff that has been dropped out into the UK stores. We have got a couple of new releases that have just come out, and as well as a couple of pre-orders. And no, I'm going to have to go back to my notes. Just bear with me one sec. Let me see. Right. Okay. Yeah. We have noticed that Fantastic Contraptions and Gnog are now available in the UK store. I bring that up because I couldn't find Gnog in the UK store until recently. It used to be in the American stores, but I could not get it in the UK store. Only recently it's just popped up. As well as Fantastic Contraptions. Now, when it came out about a month or so ago, it wasn't supposed to come out. It was a pre-build, pre-release, and it hit the store when it wasn't supposed to, and they quickly removed that. But people like yours truly managed to snag that copy and put up a pre-release beta version of it on the internet. So next week I'm going to Next week I'm going to do a little comparison between the old Fantastic Contraption and the new Fantastic Contraption. See if there's a little bit of a difference, a little bit of update. Just see what's if I can notice anything different. Okay, we have a lot of pre-orders that seem to have come out now. Firstly, we've got Tiny Tracks. Let's see. Tiny Tracks, Storm the Castle, and one of the personal favourites that I'm really looking forward to is Super Hot. Now, all these pre-releases will be coming out before the end of the month. Well, I mean, Storm the Castle will be coming out on the 1st of August, but 1st of August is kind of the end of the month. Whereas Super Hot, I can never get the time. See, this is another reason why I'll do the structures, because I'll have it all down, pre-recorded, and it will be a little bit more structured when I do it for the Space Stickmen. But yeah, one of them's coming out on the 19th. I believe that might be Tiny Tracks or Super Hot. I think it might be Super Hot. Yeah, I really wish I noted down the dates and those. But yeah, anyway, those three pre-orders will be coming out sometime this month or the start of next month. So look out for those in the shop. They are currently on the on sale if you've got a PlayStation Plus membership. So you will be getting a little bit 20% off on those, which I think that some of them look quite decent. I know I'll be getting Super Hot when that comes out, so I'm looking forward to that. And yay. I think that's pretty much of what we need to discuss for today. As I said, keeping this short but sweet. Even though you might not see any more of this Werewolves Within, I will probably come back to this sort of style if I need to do a quick flash update or just a little. If I want to ramble on about something, whether it be life, universe, and anything. Just ramble on about something. You might see this here, or you might see me revert back to one of my older formulas, like the I Expect You to Die, log cabin blowing everything up and such. Just to ramble on about whatever I like, but we'll see how things go. Hopefully this will be the last time you'll see this as a weekly update, and I'll see if I can get the Space Stick Men for next Friday. Here's to hoping. If you see me like this again next Friday, then obviously I didn't manage to get it done in time, but hopefully I will. So catch you guys later. Have fun. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.